It has the ability to take down an entire forest and completely change the structure of the forest.
You're looking at a hemlock tree's worst nightmare. Megan Pistole-Shaw, the Education Outreach Coordinator for Slelo Prism, says these tiny bugs are a big problem. But what are hemlock trees, and why are they so important to the region?
Hemlock trees are what we consider to be a foundation species, meaning that they often make up the environment in which they exist. They provide a lot of ecological services, food and habitat for a lot of different wildlife. They also filter water. They keep our streams cool in the summer, which supports fish like trout, so those that like to go fishing want to care about the hemlock trees.
But these trees can't do what they're meant to do because of an invasive species known as the Hemlock Woolly Adelgid, a pest so tiny you may need to take a closer look to find it.
Right where the needles connect, and you look for small white masses that look like this in the vial. The Hemlock Woolly Adelgid is very hard to see with the naked eye. It's about the size of a speck of pepper. But in the fall and the winter months, it grows a white woolly mass around its body called an ovisac. You could kind of think of it like a warm winter coat, if you will. It keeps a microclimate during the cold months while it's actively feeding. And it's during that time where it's easier to spot with the naked eye, because it'll have these white masses around their body that you could see growing right along the branch of the hemlock tree on the underside, right where the needles connect to the branch.
Megan is with Linda Gibbs, the Community Programs Director for Tug Hill Tomorrow Land Trust. Together, they work to make the community aware of how to help. And while this duo is currently at the Joseph Blake Wildlife Sanctuary in Jefferson County, the Adelgid is a problem all over the North Country and the Niagara region of Ontario.
We have found Hemlock Woolly Adelgid in Oswego County. They've had some outbreaks near Lake George, so it is moving, so we want to keep looking for it and making sure that we find it as soon as we possibly can if it's here.
To protect the forests from these invasive pests, Slelo Prism has developed programs and initiatives to help slow the spread of adelgids.
Slelo Prism has developed a Pledge to Protect, and folks can take that Pledge to Protect and they get exclusive monthly email blogs that gives them that information, that bridges that gap between knowledge and action, and lets them know the simple actions they can take to protect their favorite outdoor spaces from invasive species.
Folks can join Slelo Prism at their favorite outdoor spaces for guided hikes to better learn about the species.
So the Virtual Hike Challenge is an easy and fun way for folks to get outdoors in the wintertime and help protect our forests from the Hemlock Woolly Adelgid. Each year, Slelo Prism partners up with the Tug Hill Tomorrow Land Trust, and we lead guided walk-in talks throughout different parts of the region. And we teach folks how to survey for Hemlock Woolly Adelgid.
Tug Hill Tomorrow Land Trust has partnered with Slelo Prism for several years, not just with Hemlock Woolly Adelgid, but with other invasive pests as well. And we maintain that partnership and make sure that we're training people as much as we can. Even when Slelo Prism isn't with us, we can convey that information during our other programs and make sure people are aware of the need for monitoring.
If you happen to notice a hemlock tree, just walk up to it, take the branch, flip it over, look at the underside, and look right along the branch where the needles connect. And if you see a small little white ball, that is what Hemlock Woolly Adelgid looks like.
If you are out and happen to spot the Hemlock Woolly Adelgid, be sure to report your findings to IMAP Invasives to help stop the spread. At the Joseph Blake Wildlife Sanctuary in Watertown for WPBS Weekly, I'm Luke Smith.